It all began 100 short episodes ago. I started my very first console LP. My very first complete LP. That was 100 episodes ago. And this is now. Welcome to my next LP and my 200th video special. Welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII for the original PlayStation. This game truly means the world to me. This is the first time I'm playing actually my favorite game of all time. A lot of people like Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VI, or everyone likes most of the Final Fantasies, but everyone has their favorites. But it always seems to me that Final Fantasy VIII is the least out of everyone's favorites. No one really ever liked Final Fantasy VIII. When I believe Final Fantasy VIII was my favorite, possibly I think the greatest Final Fantasy. So, we get to the junction system. Sure, it may not be the most fluent, and it may be a little weird, but once you get used to it, it's perfectly fine. I absolutely love this game. I believe this game has the greatest of all the Final Fantasy storylines. Although 9 was pretty good, but I also have only played through 2 discs of Final Fantasy 9 because my 3rd disc was broken. Or it might have been 1 disc, I don't remember, but that is another story. But this game is just... it gives me gives me shivers, yes, shivers. Shivers, if I must say. I mean, I've played this game so many times, and never once has it let me down. Every time I play it, I enjoy the game so much. The music, the story, the gameplay. God, it's good. So yeah, you'll be hearing a lot of passion in my voice with this game, unlike some of the other LPs I've started and not finished, because that's what I figured out about myself. I was talking to my friend TheSirwaffles, who's another good YouTube commentator. If you ever want to check him out, TheSirwaffle, type it in that little box below. Check him out, drop a subscribe, say Brad if I've sent you. And no, but he does more Pokemon games, and he's actually just started Final Fantasy VII, and he has never played the game before, so I think it's gonna be awesome to watch. Because finding somebody who hasn't played Final Fantasy VII, LP it, I mean, a lot of people might be like, there's gonna be that crowd that's gonna be, oh, this is stupid, I don't want to watch a guy who has no idea what he's doing. But there's so many LPs of Final Fantasy VII, and I doubt there's many LPs of Final Fantasy VII completely blind. Like, it's so much different to catch the reaction of somebody playing Final Fantasy VII, as long as it doesn't get spoiled for certain events of the game. People who played Final Fantasy VII would know what certain events I could possibly be talking about. For other people who haven't played Final Fantasy VII, which there's a few, well, a lot of people today, but I mean people who play RPGs and play Final Fantasies. Most people, if you've played a Final Fantasy game, you've probably played Final Fantasy VII. And this is actually his first Final Fantasy game he's ever going to play, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching his LP. You guys should too. I'll leave his channel in the link below, because we're doing this almost at the same time. We're good friends. But yeah, this LP, oh, there's my dog. This LP has been, shh, quiet down, Brandy. Quiet down. Alright, good dog. But no, this game is just, every time I play it, I get shivers. I love the entire game. There's so much to do in this game. I've played this game many times, and only a few times, I think once have I ever tried to go for 100% on the game. It is so difficult. So yeah, we're not going to be going for 100% in this game because it's too massive, the whole card game. But we'll try and get as much as we can, almost everything. And look at all this major frame dropping right there. Doesn't even matter though. So yeah, we're just gonna start a new game. And this game has some of the best music and some of the best cinematics. So, even though there's not many cinematics in the game. But, yeah, I want to be quiet because I love this cinematic and I love this music. So, enjoy, guys. See you when it's over. I'll be here. That is just one of the wow. I love Final Fantasy VIII. I love that cinematic right there. It's such an enjoyable cinematic for me. The music is just God. So now, alright, and we are gonna voice act all this. So stick with me. This is gonna be a long one, folks, and I'm gonna have to voice act it all. Let's see if we can do it. How are you feeling? My forehead might hurt a little. My forehead hurts. No kidding, you're fucking cut up, you dumbass. Looks like your eyes are focusing. You should be fine. Say your name for me. As always, we're just gonna keep it Squall. Not gonna change up names. Why don't you take it easy in training? Next time you might not be so lucky. Tell that to Seifer. Alright, his name could be Seifer, Cypher. I'm gonna say it's Seifer. Sorry. That Seifer won't listen to anyone. Why don't you ignore him? Yeah, 'cause that always works with bullies. I can't just run away. You wanna be cool, huh? Well, don't get hurt in the process. Let's see, your instructor is Quistis. I'll call her now. Just wait here a minute. Alright. Quistis. Quistis, come get your student. Yes, yes. His injury's not serious. It'll probably leave a scar. Alright, now, please come by. Huh. Squall. So, we meet again. Who could that be, viewers? Who could that be? I have no idea. None whatsoever. Oh, here comes the babe. Bow chicka wow wow. Yep. Guess who's getting a spanking tonight? Obviously Squall. I knew it'd be either you or Seifer. Yeah, shut up, Daddy. He's a dick. Come on, let's go. Today's the field exam. Haha, look at her, acting all like she know who we are. She don't know who we are. Yeah, hold up. Squall, is there something on your mind? Yeah, you won't leave me the fuck alone. Not really? Oh, just, come on. Ha. What's so funny? Funny? No, it's not that. I'm just happy. I feel like I'm beginning to understand my student a little. That's all. I'm more complex than you think. Then tell me. No. Tell me more about yourself. Ah, what is that noise outside my window? It's none of your business. Business? You know what? You're a whore. That's what you are. You're just oh my god. Good day to have the landscapers come. Look at this. What is this, this monolith in front of us? Could it be a garden of some sort? A garden, you say, Brad? What could a garden have to do with anything? I don't know. You do plant seeds in a garden, right? Good morning, class. Let's start with today's schedule. I'm gonna give her a British accent. There seems to have been some rumors flying around since yesterday. Yes, the field exam for seed candidates will begin later this afternoon. Those not participating and those who failed last week's written tests are to remain here in study hall. Field exam participants will have free time until the exam. Just be sure you're in top condition. Meet in the hall at 1600 hours. I'll announce the team assignments there. Any questions? Oh, and Sifa? Do not injure your partner while training. Be careful from now on. He's a pansy anyway. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit my desk like a badass. Field exam participants, I will see you all later. And Squall, I need to talk to you. Alright, well, before we go talk to our babe, let's sit down at our computer. Alright, let's check out what we have on our little laptop. Let's see. Turn on the power and... Alright, so yes. So, what we want to do is hit tutorial. So yeah, we gotta read through these little tutorials to get our first GFs, Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. So yes, GFs are the summons for these games. So yeah, they are allies, and GF stands for Guardian Forces. Alright, we can skip through this because I know how to play. Alright, we are good. Let's go talk to our babe named Quistis now. One more time, one more time. Crap, I'm an idiot. I hit that one because I was singing. Phew, I'm done. I'm done, viewers. Not really. This is our 200th episode, our first episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII, and we are making it a 30-minute episode. So you stay with us and enjoy it. Well, you don't have to enjoy it, but I hope you enjoy it. You haven't been to Fire Cavern yet, have you? You won't be able to take part in today's seed exam if you don't pass the prerequisite. I was gonna go this morning, but Seifer... Huh. Do you have a good excuse? Not really. Bitch, look at my face! Then let's get going. If you're not too confident yet, you can review your studies at the study panel. I'll be waiting at the front gate, so come down when you're ready. You can access the study panel from your seat. You know what I always wondered? So, like, I just got 2 GFs right there. And GFs, they're pretty important parts of the game. They're pretty strong allies, and they can deal some heavy damage. Especially early on and stuff. What, like, if I was, like, 8, I would... I'm late! I'm late! I'm late! Oh! How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna be a dick. There! I was, kinda in a hurry. You don't say. Oh, yeah, hey, did you just come from that class? Is homeroom over? Yeah. What? Oh, no! This place is so much bigger than my last garden. Oh, hey! I just transferred here. Do you think you can give me a quick tour of this garden? Yeah, don't have the time, babe. Don't have the time. Oh, bummer. That's too bad. Well, see ya. Yeah, I'm gonna choose to be a dick throughout this entire game when I get choices. We're not gonna pick let's talk to people. Oh, hey, would you like to have these? My brother gave me these cards, but they're really not my thing. You can have them if you like. What? How do you play a card game? I think it'd be best to look at the card game explanation in the tutorial. I don't know much about it, really. If you want to play cards with someone, talk to them by pressing square, but keep in mind, not everyone is a card player. Oh, and by the way, I don't play, so don't bother challenging me. Ha! So that is well, not a big part of the game, but a side quest. And you can use the card game to your advantage, especially when it comes to, later in the game you can turn cards into magic, items, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's, let's play a card game right about now. We just wait for this little kid right here, and then we challenge him. Wanna play a card game? Why, yes, my boy. Let's play a card game. What do you say? Play. Alright, so now, here's our list. We get to pick from these cards. As you can see, there's 4 numbers on each card. Each card corresponds with the adjacent side. So that 3 would go for the left side. So if I place a card next to a 3, here, you know what? Let's just show you. It's pretty much, you ever played War with the little cards? If you have the better card, if you have the higher number, your card wins. So see how he has a 3? So he has a 3 and a 6, so I need to get something higher than a 3. But there's also defense you want to play. So if I play it here, I have 2 1s on each side, so pretty much this card will be instantly turned. But if I look at his and I see his left and top and his left and bottom defense on all his cards isn't that much. So I decide I'm gonna go with this. Because I'm gonna let him take this card, but I'm gonna take it right back because I know I can do that. So as we see, he's got a 6. So I'm going to put this guy right here because it's got strong defense. Alright, so now we see he's got a 4 right there. Let's take him. And now he leaves us right here. So what we got to do is we want to play defense. So I see as I can't take his Tonberry in the bottom left. But if I try to with any cards, he's just going to flip it right away. So because I already have a 7-3 lead, I'm just going to put it right here where I know he can't turn me. And I win. So now, once you win, you get to select one of your opponent's cards. So we can take an Ochu, a Glacial Eye, a Gizzard, a Tonberry, or a Caterpillar. As you see their names, if they're blue, it means you don't have them yet. And if they're white, it means you have them. If it's yellow, which we'll find in time, it means you've had them, but you don't have them anymore. So let's just take Ochu. If you actually sweep your opponent, like you turn every one of his cards, if you win a 9-1 sweep, you get all of his cards. And there's special rules that we'll learn about later in the game, but just for right now, I'm not going to be worrying too much about the card game. But we will play it, don't worry. There's our save point. Oh, wrong gate. Come on, Bob, from reception. Yes, we must run! Going, going, going. Rollin', 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 roll tide. I don't think that's the song. I'm pretty sure that's just the Crimson Tide now. Alabama State! Not where I'm from, but from Chicago. Chi-town. Alright, so what that is a draw point. Once we have draw, that is how we get magic. You have to draw magic from your opponents. That is how the junctioning system works. Once you have magic, you can allot it to certain skills and all that stuff, but we do not have drawing yet. Alright, so I believe we get it here. Alright. I know how to junction GS. GS you have to junction because they give you junctioning enables you. This means a GF must be junctioned in order to use I don't care. Yeah, so I'll just explain it while she talks. What you do is you take your GF and you junction it. Each GF has certain categories it unlocks. See where it says HP, Strength, Vitality, Magic, Spirit, Speed, Evade, Hit, and Luck. As you can see, if we click on them, see how it says HP-J, that means HP Junction. It allows you to junction HP. And see how it has Vitality also. So, as you can see, both of those, when you allot those, you can now put magic to that. Putting magic to a certain stat will make it stronger. So if we put magic to HP, it'll give us more HP. And that's a big deal. Alright, so HP is obviously your life. Strength is your strength. Vitality is your defense. Magic is your magic. And then speed is speed, all that other stuff. I don't really care. And then this is actually, you get to pick your attacks, because you have 3 attacks and 2, and then a certain amount of abilities depending on the GF you have currently equipped. Some GFs have the ability times 4. So you'll actually be able to junction 4 abilities. But we'll see that later. And yeah, so it's not much we really have to worry about. But yeah, see we have magic, GF, draw, and item. Those are your 4 standards, because magic, you use magic, GF, you use your GF, draw, you draw magic. But the other thing you can actually draw from opponents, certain opponents, is you can actually draw GFs. Some GFs can actually be drawn from enemies, mostly from certain bosses, so we'll always be checking to make sure we can draw those, because we don't want to miss anything. So yeah. Yeah, the abilities is like magic plus 20%, so your magic would be 20% better. There's like HP plus 50%. Those are much higher, but yes, they're all about the same. So yeah. Alright, is she almost done talking? Yes, thank you. Alright, so everything you look up now can be seen in the tutorial menu. Great to know, match. Once we get to Fire Cannon, I'll explain how to junction magic. You can draw during battle to stock magic from your items. Ready to go? Fire Cannon used to be released. Alright, heading to the east to find the mighty fire cavern. Well, I am the broad FF7, and I must find the fire cavern. Alright, so let's actually get to junctioning really quick before we head out. So junction, so as we can see, Quasicoda only has magic learned, and Shiva only has spirit. So let's give Quistis, Quasicoda, let's give her magic, GF, and draw. No abilities we have to learn yet. GF, let's give him Shiva. We have no magic yet, so let's give him, let's actually give him, since we don't have any magic yet, give him draw an item. That way we can use potions and stuff. Do we have any? Yes, we're starting off with 6 potions, 4 Phoenix Downs, 2 remedies, and 5 tents. There's a standard, potions heal, Phoenix Downs, revive death, remedies, cure, poison, and stuff, and tents. You can be used like a save point, cures all statuses. Alright. Alright, so now we head out to the fire cavern. And look, our first battle. So now, with our first battle in front of us, we fight the mighty bees, the mighty wasps. Squall, you still remember? The R1 is the trigger. Hold it as you strike. Save for the Renazukin. Renazukin! Yeah, so, for Squall, because he has his weapon is the Gunblade. As you attack, here look, this is a normal attack. See how it's just like a normal slash animation? Watch as we attack for a second time. Because he's a Gunblade, if you push R1, it acts as your trigger, and you actually shoot as you hit. See how that one was like an explosion, and it did about 20 more damage. So it's actually quite helpful. It does, I think, it does like, as we saw right there, if the first one did. Here, let's check how much this attack does. 42, and the second one did 62. That's almost a 1/3 increase. So that would be like a 33% damage output increase. So yeah, that's pretty important. So now let's look at drawing. So we have not drawn any of the 2 spells he has, so they're both unknown. So we can either stock them or cast them right away. So let's just stock him and see what he has. So we receive 6 fires. Now let's find out what the other one is. I'm gonna predict it's Scan. Oh, I'm good. Played this game too many times. So yeah, and each time you'll draw a various amount of fires or scans or whatever spell you're drawing. There's a stat that does that, but I currently cannot remember what stat it was. As soon as I look, I'll tell you. Alright, now let's try and draw it and cast it. So what that does is it draws one fire from it and immediately casts it right on the enemy. So yeah, it's pretty much like we're going to steal your fire, we don't have to worry about wasting our own magic. Because that is the one thing that scares people away from using magic. Let's say you have 100 fires junction to strength, so it gives you 20 points of fire, 20 points of strength. As you use fire, if you only have 80 junction, then it's going to give you less strength. So that is what scares people away from using magic. The thing is you kind of like, if you know what you're doing, you can use magic when it's needed. So yeah, let's save really quick. We could, a lot of times when I'm playing by myself, I like to usually spend about 10 minutes before I go to the fire cavern just to level up a little bit and get some magic so then I can start junctioning them. And the way Final Fantasy works is completely different actually than most of the Final Fantasies in the way of leveling up. A lot of people, because most Final Fantasies, is okay, as soon as I get to, so yeah, see how it really doesn't do anything because we don't have enough of it. But, yeah, see, so it really doesn't do anything. You can trade magic, so you can give it to your friends, your other, like, allies. But the way leveling up works in, I don't care. So yeah, I'll just talk. The way leveling up actually works in this game is, let's go over how it works in a standard Final Fantasy game. Let's just say you're playing Final Fantasy 7. When you're level 10, your enemies are whatever level they're specified to be. So the boss is always going to be level 5 at this point. It's always going to be level 45 when you reach the end or something. And if you level up past level 45, then you're just becoming overpowered and making it easy. The thing about Final Fantasy is it goes with you. As you level up, the enemies get harder. So it just constantly stays harder and harder. So it's not like, oh, well, as you get to level 100, everything's just a walk in the park. No, because now everything else is level 100. So there's nothing that's easy anymore. So it levels up with you, and I like that because it adds difficulty. But a lot of people are like, oh, well, you want the game to be as easy as possible, so run from every battle and only fight the boss battles. I'm like, that's stupid. Why would you want the fights to be easy? I'm like, I would never want fights to be easy. I want them to be as hard as possible. I enjoy hardness. I enjoy a challenge. That's why I play Dark Souls, for crying out loud. That game's a challenge, and I love it. But yeah, what we were watching the tutorial right now is just junctioning magic, as I was already saying. You junction magic to a stat, and that stat raises. So yeah, all right. When you draw new magic, try experimenting it. I don't care. Yes, I already know. Yeah, shut up. Alright, so let's enter the Fire Cavern. Entering the Fire Cavern. Well, here, let's talk to these guys. Objective: to obtain a low-level GF, a seed member must support. Are you ready? Let's do this. Aye, Captain. I'm his support. Instructor number 14. Quiz trait. Select a time limit. Choose one suited to your abilities. Challenging, yet reasonable. Could we do it in 10 minutes? Could we beat the Fire Cavern in 10 minutes? You know what, guys? Find out next time on the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys all next time. Right after 7 here. Peace. Let's do the 10 minutes. We can do it. Right?